Hey everybody, it's great to be learning with you today as we take a brief look back at the history of the menorah and explore why this mitzvah is as special today as it was back then. The story of Chanukah and the mitzvah to light the menorah is well known, but did you know that the mitzvah to light the menorah goes way back before the story of Chanukah and the Hashmonayim itself? Back in the times of the Mishkan and the Beit HaMikdash, the Kohen Gadol had a mitzvah to light the menorah each and every day in the Mishkan or the Beit HaMikdash. But the way the Torah chooses to describe that instruction to light the menorah is a little bit peculiar. When the Torah describes the mitzvah of lighting the menorah, it says, Ba'alotcha tanerot el mul pnei hamenorah. When you, the Kohen, raise the lights of the menorah, ya'iru shiva tanerot, you should light 7 flames. If you look at the picture there are 6 branches for the menorah of the Mishkan, plus 1 extra for the shamash. A big difference between the menorah then and our Chanukiot today. But there's something even more significant about that menorah, and it's the instruction itself. The Torah uses the word ba'alotcha, to raise up the lights. And if I were choosing to write instructions to the Kohen, that is probably not the word that I would choose to use. If I were going to give instructions to the Kohen, look in a dictionary for the right word that describes the act of lighting, I would choose a word like hidlik or heir, words that have to do with the action of causing a flame to be lit, not to raise up a flame. So why does the Torah use such a strange word, ba'alotcha? So one way of understanding this peculiar use of the word ba'alotcha is not that it refers to the candles, but to the person lighting those candles. You see, the Kohen would actually have to raise himself up on a stool, like the one you see in front of you here, in order to light the menorah. So when the Torah says, Ba'alotcha tanerot, when you raise up the lights, it's not referring to the light, but to the person actually raising himself up in order to be able to kindle those flames. That's one way of looking at it. But there's an even deeper appreciation of this mitzvah that's shared with us by Rashi. Rashi tells us something beautiful. Rashi says that the word ba'alotcha does in fact refer to the lights themselves, and the use of this word ba'alotcha from the shorish of ale, to rise up, is actually very significant. Rashi says that when the Kohen lights the menorah, he has to make sure that the candles are able to stay lit and burn on their own. And so it's not enough to just quickly apply a flame to each candle and hope that it continues to burn. The Kohen has to make sure that each candle is going to be able to burn independently and with self-sustaining force, even once he takes his hand away from lighting it. Ba'alotcha tanerot therefore means when you, the Kohen, ensure that each candle burns on its own, that's how you do the mitzvah itself. Make sure that each candle can raise itself up on its own and continue to burn with self-sustaining light. Now there are some important distinctions between the menorah of the Mishkan, the menorah of then, and the Chanukah of today, of now. And we'll explore some of those similarities and differences together in class. But there's a deep appreciation here that we can have whether or not we're in a Mishkan or whether we're even the ones lighting the menorah in our own home. And that is that on Chanukah we have an opportunity as a people to share our light and spread our values with everyone we meet, to share our passions and our purpose and our understandings of what it means to be a good Jew in the world. That's the opportunity to raise our light in the world. So this Chanukah, we have a chance to do something that the Kohen did centuries before us, to continue to raise light all around us in the world, and to make sure that this Chanukah, we continue to spread light even in places where it hasn't yet reached.